Okay, what's up everyone? Bistacle TV back again with another YouTube video, and today is going to be a very interesting topic. This is how you are going to avoid being scammed in this crypto world. Obviously, it's a very complicated world, and oftentimes it's too late that you are going to do your own research and that you are being told to only invest what you can afford to lose. These are common messages we've seen around Facebook groups, Telegram channels, and other media channels. But what is the right way, or how do you do your own research? So in this video, I'm going to share to you some important or maybe basic tips that you can also apply the next time you're looking into a possible or a potential token or a potential NFT game. So first things first, use common sense. If it's too good to be true, it's always best that you stay out of it. I can cite specific examples like Coco Token, Flaring Sword. How can you imagine that a 40 pesos or a 250 pesos would turn you to a millionaire overnight? It's not going to happen. There's no such thing as that. It's just full of promise, but there's no content or there's no anything inside that promise. Next, very basic, explore social media, white paper, and website. This will take a lot of reading comprehension. This will take a lot of time for you to read and be able to understand what's inside those documents. In the social media world, it's so easy to spot whether or not there's a team behind that specific project that you're looking into. You can go to the Twitter accounts, you can go to their Telegram accounts. If available, you can also go to their Discord. And the way to spot if there's someone behind really working on that project is that you can compare the number of total subscribers versus the number of online members. If there's a wide gap between those numbers, then that would only mean that those that are inside that, or those that follows that Twitter account, or those that are inside of that Telegram account are just simply bots. They're not human being. They are just being there just to pump the number of members. And so one of the things that you can do is just stay out of it, because it's not gonna do you anything. Next up, look into the project's contract. Now I know it's very complicated in there. We don't know what are the codes in there. Some of us don't even understand what's being written in there. And if you do, if you are also being experienced, you know that there are hidden codes in those contracts and that they can change it in the middle of the project and dump the project altogether. But what are those sites or resources that you can go to check the project's contract? You can go to these sites: BSC Scan, Token Sniffer, bsccheck.eu, and then there's also a paid website that runs the investigation for you. I don't know what are the rates are, but you can go to techrate.org to check if you are really into investing huge amount of money. I'll post the links on the description below so that you can use this. BSC Scan is where you can see the contract address, you can read the contract, and you can also check on the token symbol. Token Sniffer though is a website where you can check if there were past related or similar tokens created by that specific contract. bsccheck.eu, it's going to show you quadrants of their analysis in which you would be able to know if the project is a possible honeypot, meaning to say you can just buy a token but you can never sell that token. So that token or that investment that you're putting into that token will just go straight to the developer's wallet and it's not going back to you. Alright, next, inspect the liquidity pool. This is somehow jargon if you're new here. You oftentimes heard about liquidity pool, but if you go to Google, liquidity pool is actually a process of easing the buying and selling of a specific product or token without moving uh, the price of the market. But it's still a very vague, and it's a broad definition you would see in Google. So I'll try to explain what liquidity pool is. So what is liquidity? Suppose I'm a developer and I wanted to promote a token. That token stands for BTV, and so I want to launch it in PancakeSwap, and so the liquidity will be provided usually by the developer, and that would be me. So I'm going to be dumping a lot of BTV and BNB over to PancakeSwap. Now, users and traders can then exchange between BTV to BNB or BNB to BTV. In return, by me putting a liquidity over to PancakeSwap, I will be getting a liquidity pool token. Alright? Now imagine if this liquidity pool token cannot be removed or cannot be accessed by the developer. If that happens, that means that your investment is safe. And the only way for them not to be able to access it is to, one, burn the token, meaning to say they are going to send it over to a burn address, which usually starts with 0, and then there's a dead word at the end of the contract address. Burning is making sure that that token already disappeared. Next, lock the token. Usually the developers would lock the liquidity pool for a year. Some would be for 6 months, some would go 2-3 years, and some would unlock it periodically. So it's very important that you know how long is the token locked, or how long is the liquidity locked before the developers would be able to access it. Because if the token that they are receiving coming from exchanges of BTV to BNB and BNB to BTV, those tokens, if they remain accessible to the developer, then there is 100% chance that they will pull it, and once they pull the liquidity pool token, then the BTV token would not be of any value, and that's what you call rug pull. Hopefully you understand what liquidity pool is, and so hopefully this is something that you need to look into right away. Next, exchanges listing. The more the token is listed into exchange wallet like CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, then it decreases the possibility of it being scammed. There are also a lot of exchanges available there. We have Gate.io, which is a credible exchange, because these exchanges also have their own requirements, and these developers would go through rigid process to making sure that they will be listed in these marketplaces. So I think that's it for today. Hopefully you've learned something from this, and please consider liking and subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you next time. A peace.